There's something magical about painting reflections, how they transform a simple object into something that feels alive and full of light. And this has always been a challenge. This video will show you different paintings of metallic objects and glass objects and how to paint reflections with gouache or acrylic. And I will talk about my last course, Mastering Reflections with Gouache Paint. I've always been fascinated by reflection, transparencies, glass, metal, plastic, but I had a hard time doing it. This is from 6 years ago, and I was just painting what I had in front of me, but I don't see much of a transparency or reflection here. It's pretty rough and not what I wanted to do, not what I had in mind. This one, it's also from 6 years ago, and it's getting to somewhere, but it's still not very accurate. Another one, wonky and not showing the transparency, the reflection. I had a hard time with this one because, silver pots, it's understandable. You cannot understand what's going on here. Then it went a bit better. I think I was onto something. And I'm pretty sure you can know where this was painted because these are the things we used a lot at the beginning of COVID. So this is 5 years ago. And it's less showing the transparency than this one. This one is getting better. I think I kind of understand what's going on with transparencies and reflection, but still a long way to go. Another try, kind of, still not. This one's better, but still not happy with it. This one, yeah. Now I think I got what you have to paint if you want to show reflections, transparencies, highlights. So I kept pushing with metallic objects, shiny objects, metallic parts, and I was able to finally understand how to paint metallic highlights. So I took a pair of teaspoons, placed them in front of me and painted them in black and white, in monochromatic and in multicolor. And in the three of them, I have the thing to make the highlight pop. And I bet that for now, you should be knowing what it is. Looking at my first tries and my last one, what does it take to make a shiny object shine in painting? So I made a detailed lesson step by step for the 3 teaspoons, and then I had this little silver milk pot, I guess it is. So translated it to it, and also in this one. This is almost the same setup than the one I showed you earlier. Actually, these are the same pots. I just had a different napkin, but still I had polka dots. And look at the difference 5 years of practice can make. This one is okay, but this one is much better. I hope you agree with me. And the main difference is that I was not afraid of contrast. Here I was still a bit shy with contrast, but here I'm going with the flow. High contrast is what makes a shiny object shine. Look at that. You have almost black, almost white. You have almost black, almost white. You have to go deep in dark and deep in light to get these highlights. And this applies for glasses and transparencies. You have to go very light and very dark to show the transparency, the highlights, the reflections. And one of the ways to do that is to paint on black paper. I know it doesn't show black on camera, but believe me, this is black. And if you paint on top of black, you will have your highlights really popping out. Look at this bottle. If I had painted it on white paper, I would have to paint a background, because otherwise those white highlights, they wouldn't pop out. So this is a great way to make things easier, is to paint your transparent shiny object on black paper. Like here, for example, I had to paint a dark background so my white highlights are really popping out. This is my favorite painting from this series of tutorials about reflections with gouache paint. Once you master your reflections, you can use it on very intricate objects like this Mylar balloon. I love this one, no pun intended. Painting reflections can be intimidating, and I've spent quite a bit of time trying to master that. This is why I made this bundle with 10 tutorials, and these are tutorials that are actually in my membership that I have gathered for you in a single course, so you can master both metallic and glass reflections. All videos are filmed real time, step by step, fully narrated, and a part of them are recorded tutorials, other are live recorded tutorials. So you have a variety of ways to learn how to paint gouache reflections. And all I say, I'm using gouache, but everything is applicable to acrylic paint as well. And you have the link in the description box. If you want to master your gouache reflections, this is the course for you. I hope these pieces inspire you to paint reflections. Let me know in comments, what are you painting next with reflections on it? And before you go, YouTube thinks this is a good video for you. See you soon. Thanks for watching.